Hi everyone, I'm pulling up the seat. Happy Monday, how are you? We missed last week, but I am back in the hot seat this week. And joining us for the very first time, my name is Judith. Welcome to Q&A Monday. So I get the privilege as the social media queen and digital marketing queen to show up every single Monday right here from my home studio, bringing you the best insights and tutorials and tips so that you can learn everything you need to know about building a boss babe brand and small business, or even a large scaling your business. That's what I am doing this year, and I know a lot of you are on the journey. Before we dive into this week's tutorial, I am developing your captions for Friday. So your March captions, I am nearly finished. I am actually finished with just editing it. I've been doing it and developing 12 captions for the month of March. And I'm so excited for you to have it. So if you do want these captions delivered directly to your inbox, all you have to do is head over, send me an email, judith@forward40.com, put in your email subject area, CCCC captions, so Content Creators Club, CCCC captions, and you will get March captions delivered straight to your inbox, and you're gonna love it because I know many of you feel the struggle and the pain sitting down in front of your computer screen and drawing a blank because you have no idea what to write. So I have developed 4 different categories of content and categorized them into your how, your why, your story, and your brand. I have developed these captions, and all you have to do is customize them for your specific platform. So again, if you would like to have those captions, don't forget to send me an email, judith@forward40, put in the email subject area, CCCC captions, and voila, you are in the game. So let's jump right into today's teachable moment. Just focus on your different platforms and the tactics that I am going to share with you on how I use Instagram to drive traffic to YouTube is going to work for you on all your different platforms. I don't care if it's Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, of course, wherever you are turning up and telling stories about your brand, these tips are going to help. Now, a little bit of a backstory. So I started my YouTube channel, Forward40, about 3 years ago, but I literally saw it as a dumping ground. I never used it for anything other than inserting a link into my blog post. So it wasn't about the traffic or the numbers or the views or the watch hours, all of which is extremely critical to having some sort of success on YouTube. And so it was just a dumping ground, and I didn't care who watched, who saw, who liked. It didn't bother me. But this year, or late last year in November, I decided that I would make YouTube going forward a revenue generating stream for the brand Forward40. And so at the time, I had just about 400 subscribers. If anybody wrote me on YouTube, I never responded. It was just a dumping ground, as I said before. In November, we had 400, and today, on March the 1st, we are almost at 3,000 subscribers. And that's because I put in specific strategies in place to be able to monetize my YouTube channel. We are not there yet, have a long way, not a long way, a very, very short way to go. But if there's one thing you know about me, is that I am all about consistent action to get me to where I want to go. Consistent action. And so what I wanted to do is to share some tips on how I use Instagram to round off our month of Instagram, how I use Instagram to drive traffic to YouTube. And don't forget, all these tips that I tell you here and share with you here is really going to be useful to your other platforms as well. So tip number 1, ask people on your Instagram platform if they want to watch your video. Now, I have used this strategy very effectively. So I go on to Instagram stories and I would ask people, do you want to see my YouTube channel? If you do, say yes, and I will send you the link. And each time I have asked that question, I have gotten new subscribers because people understand that I think from my Instagram feed what kind of content I offer, and they figure that my YouTube channel is going to have similar content, and they are correct. I'm very much focused on helping brands, businesses, and fempreneurs tell better stories online. So you can do this, right? You can ask and create a poll. Look at what Petal did. I think Petal already has 20 something votes on her question about what is your preference for her logo? Which logo do you like the best? And so to use polls, Instagram has made it extremely easy for us to use these interactive tools like yes or no questions, specific questions. They've created these polls and all sorts of other tools and tricks that they have created so that you can drive traffic to wherever you want that traffic to go. And so don't forget to use polls. The other thing that I want you to think about is to ask people to comment on your feed. Now, these are very, very clear CTAs, calls to action. So let's say, again, I am talking about driving traffic from YouTube, from Instagram to YouTube. So I can say on my Instagram feed, or in an Instagram TV video, I can put up a teaser. Let's say I created a 20-minute video. I can put up a teaser and say, you can find the rest of the video on my YouTube channel. Please comment and let me know below if you would like to see more of this video. So let's apply that to your own channel, and going back to this specific tip about asking people to comment on your feed. So asking people to comment on whatever it is you're doing. You put up a post on Facebook. Yes, I know I'm talking about Instagram, but I want to translate it into where you are now. So let's say you put up a post on Facebook or you put up a post on LinkedIn. Make sure that you have a clear call to action at the end, and you can ask them, say, did you like it? Tell me what you think. What are your thoughts? What is the best part of the video? What struck you the most? Please comment on the post below. Use the comment box below and tell me what is your idea. Ask a question based on the content that you are sharing, and bet your bottom dollar that you are going to see your engagement go up. Like, okay, so tell me, are you still there with me? I've been talking for a long while. This is my third tip or second tip. I want to know, are you still with me? Please drop an emoji. Let me know if you're listening. Let me know if these tips are making sense and if they seem easy enough for you to implement. So my next step is, okay, so we did these Instagram bios a lot. I mean, I did an entire Q&A Monday on the bios, and I want you to know that putting the link on your bio doesn't have to be a static thing. You can change the link on your bio depending on where you want that traffic to go. And don't forget, I told you about Linktree, which allows you to put multiple links that drive traffic to multiple pages on your Instagram feed. On your Instagram bio, your Instagram bio. So if you go over to Forward 40, you look at the link that I have shared, that is Linktree, and it's pretty easy to do. So you want to put the link that everyone who visits your bio is going to click on, and is going to drive more views and more traffic. So I'm glad you guys are still here, because I'm still here showing up for you and sharing what I know, because I want us all to grow. Like, I want us all to succeed in 2020. I really believe this is our year to scale our business. Can I have an amen if you feel that way about your business too? Can you clap it up? Because I am so adamant that we can't play small, that these dreams, these big dreams that we have in our head, we've just got to do them and execute on what we know and believe of ourselves and what we are capable of. Okay, so here is another tip I want to share with you. Okay, so I love this tip because it taps into FOMO. Does anybody know what FOMO is? It's like the fear of missing out, right? And that is why we are so engaged in social media, because we always want to be in the know. So as entrepreneurs, we have to take advantage of FOMO. And here's like a cool tip that I do, and it's going to be so super useful to you. So I sometimes do a screenshot of comments. So this is Charlene's comment. Fantastic advice and session. I have to update my IG bio. Here's something from Nicole. She said, excellent advice. I'm thrilled you spoke about algorithms. I was totally shocked at a workshop I presented at last year when I gave a tip regarding that, and many of the entrepreneurs present either didn't know about it or about them at all, or that they had changed. And then I have Avia, is it Avia, who says, this means a lot to me. I'm prepared to do the work. So what I do is when people comment, it's almost like I take the most interesting comments that people are telling me, I screenshot it, and you can do this too. And it doesn't even have to, I do it on Instagram. I am building a testimonial base right now, so I'm screenshotting as well as asking people for testimonials if I have helped them and at all in their business. But you can do this because it's so like cry me a river simple, because all you have to do is screenshot it. And what that does is when you put it in your Instagram live, in your Facebook live, or maybe even in the feeds themselves, in your LinkedIn feed, wherever it is that you are showing up as the boss babe that you are. When you put that, people are going to be, oh, like what is she getting all this excellent praise about? They are going to be curious. And guess what? Because if you do this consistently, people are going to go back to the page where all this interest is being generated from. And once you have the kind of content that they like, they are going to engage and like or do whatever call to action it is that you want. Because featuring feedback and all positive comments make people want to watch exactly where those positive comments are coming from. I mean, this just is like basic common sense, but when you think about it, it's so easy to do and it's so useful and it gets the results, I swear. Like, it really, really does. We really have, I think, to be strategic with how we are using our platforms. If we are showing up consistently, and for consistency, I am talking about showing up every day. Now, if your consistency, because you have the business to run and you have children at home and you are doing your master's degree or you are traveling, and consistency means for you 3 days a week on 2 different platforms, then that is it. Just make sure that your audience knows that you are showing up 3 days a week on the platforms and implementing the tips that I really am showing you here today about getting the audience and driving them to where you want those eyeballs to go. Ask people to share, right? Ask people to share your content. Ask people to share your videos. I have found that people basically are good human beings. And I just did a video for Quartz. They hired us to do a funnel marketing program, video marketing, as well as a 30-day Instagram grid. And we just released the video on Friday. And I recognized that in the video, I didn't ask people to share the video. Now, it's getting a lot of great praise. We took a lot of time producing it and writing it, etc. But so far, it's gotten 10 shares. I want you to measure something, right? I am going to go into that post and I'm going to edit it tonight. And I'm going to say to my audience, to the tribe, to the people who are watching, please share this video. And I am going to measure what happens from the time I place that CTA, that call to action in that post. My guess is that, hi, Robin, hi, up to the sky. Yeah. I feel as if those likes and those engagements are going to skyrocket because I have asked people to share the video, and at the very core of them, the people who follow you, I hope the majority of them want to see you succeed. So go ahead and ask for them to share. I have said, like on YouTube, I usually put my YouTube video first on YouTube, and then I wait a week before I promote it on IGTV. I am going to be doing a full tutorial, not next week, but the following week, on how I produce the slides using Ecamm Live. I'm getting a lot of questions about doing Facebook better, doing Instagram Lives better, and I have to tell you, when you're doing tutorial type things like this, where you are really engaging and teaching and it's going live, slides help to break the momentum, and you don't have to be on screen all the time, which I love. And it really promotes the engagement, and as long as you do your slides properly. I know sometimes I have really bad spelling, not all the time, but I sometimes catch that, oh, I didn't take the time to check. That's one tip, and I'm going to get like 100% perfect at that. I want you to dream bigger, and I want you to do bigger, and I want you to stop comparing yourself to others. It's so important when, like, and I know this. I wrote this post this week on in my newsletter, where I talked about growing my YouTube channel and how I would watch these big YouTubers with hundreds of thousands of followers, and I only had 400, and I would get deflated because I was comparing, and I felt that my stories weren't good enough, and then I had to like grab myself by my extensions and say to myself that I am worthy of sharing my story, and I've got to stop comparing myself to others, because in a proactive world of thinking, reactive work never really works. And so I really had to zero in and understand what was my jam and what were the stories that were worth telling, and how could I craft them effectively in a way that connected with the people that I wanted to connect with. And doing that made me feel free. So I want to let you know that in dreaming big and in doing bigger, you have to let go of the limiting beliefs that hold you down and hold you back. And you have to actually rewrite the narrative, write a new story about who you are and what you have to offer the world. And you've got to program that story in your head. Like, I swear to you, it almost feels as if when you go to bed at night, you have to say, I am worthy. I can do this. I am worthy of telling my stories. I am worthy of working hard and becoming the success that I know myself to be. I am worthy of leading and being successful. I am worthy of the money that and the abundance that will be mine because I work so hard. It's almost as if there's this manifestation strategy that you have to put in place for your life and your business. And I keep saying that all the tips I give, if you're using social media to promote your family and look cute, and that's all great and that's wonderful, but if you're using social media to grow a business and be successful and build a brand, then you've got to be strategic, not only in what you post, but in the stories and the narrative that you tell yourself. And it almost comes with this mind shift change, this mindset change that allows you to actually visualize where you need to be and put the action steps in place. I mean, little steps lead to big change. Every single day, move one step in front of the other, and you will see that over time. I always say to you, and I will end on this, I know that I give a lot of advice every single time I show up on Q&A Monday. And I want to say to you finally that if you take 1% of all the information that I share with you, by the end of the year, you would have made 12% of change in your business. And if you imagine 12% of change, 12% of doing things differently, 12% of taking action, taking consistent positive action, not just thinking and doing it. Can you imagine the shift that's going to happen to your bottom line and the results that you're hoping for? So I can talk a lot about different things, but let's say in this video, I provided you with 10 tips. Zero in on one or two that you can do right now. 1/10, 0.1%. Make that change now. Take action. One small step, and you're going to see a big difference. Okay, so that is it. One final note. Please go ahead. I am doing amazing videos over on our channel at Forward 40. I really would love if you would go there and you would subscribe, watch the videos. I'm really trying to get those numbers up, particularly the watch hours. So I don't just want you to subscribe. I am begging. If I have served you at all, if you could head over to our YouTube channel to like and subscribe and watch the videos, because that helps drive the watch hours up, as well as turn on the notification bell. So that means when I upload new videos, you get to see what I upload and you get to see it and be notified about it. It would be such an honor if you would do take those 3 steps. Again, so see you next week. Do not forget to let me know, what direction do you want to move in? Do you want to know more about YouTube and how I am growing a YouTube channel and all the tips that I am learning so that I can share with you? I am doing a YouTube studio which will be for rent, but we're going to talk more about that later. Let me know if you would like to do or learn more about blogging and how you can make money from blogging. Or let me know if you want to know about creating content, planning content for a month, repurposing content so you're never overwhelmed, and general content creation strategies. Let me know, because whichever grouping gets the most votes is the direction that I would like to move in. Until next week, Monday, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Take care.